Hey guys, today's going to be an introduction to my channel. So thanks for tuning in and let's go. Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I'd like to start off by just saying what this whole thing is going to be about. About 2.5, almost 3 years ago, my daughter asked if we could get a snake. And she convinced me to look into it. We went to a reptile show and we bought our first ball python. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is Angel. Angel was the first snake that I ever got. He's a ball python and he's about almost 3 years old. At that point I just kind of fell in love with ball pythons, and that's when I slowly started to learn more and more about them and decided eventually that I wanted to breed them. The point of this video and the videos that can follow on this channel are really just to try to get other people enthusiastic about the hobby and kind of fill a niche that I think exists for just the hobby breeder. I started off watching YouTube, and that's where I learned a lot of my stuff. First with Brian Barczyk and Emily at Snake Discovery, and then Justin Kobylka, Ozzie Boyd's. I mean, you could just go through the list, and I will on some video, of all the people who have influenced me. But you know, the more and more I learned about ball pythons, the more and more I just fell in love with them and wanted to do more with them. I slowly got more and more snakes. I don't have that many right now, but you know, my intent is to slowly learn more and more about the snakes and become a successful breeder. I guess you could call it a boutique breeder, and that's really the point of this video series, or whatever I decide to do with this channel, is to kind of talk about the place where, you know, I don't think I'm going to become you know, a rich breeder. If you know, there's a show called Snakes and the Fat Man, and Chris often rants about the idiots that, you know, spend $50 on a snake and think they're going to sell $5,000 snakes because of it and get rich. That's not me. I have no delusions to think that this is going to turn into $1 million hobby, but I do think that I can breed ball pythons because I enjoy it. And it's a passion. I can help people learn about the snakes and hopefully turn some people on to the hobby. And I can make enough money to stay in the hobby and even, you know, make a little tiny bit to help pay for the hobby. Pay for itself, I guess. And there's not many hobbies like that you could actually make money. Enough, at least, like, to even pay for itself. And that's the plan. I'm going to make a series of videos so that I can open up a platform where once I actually start having clutches of eggs, which hopefully will be this season, and I'll talk more about that, and you know, people are interested in buying snakes, they can find me on YouTube, or I can let people know about my YouTube channel if they have questions about me, or my Instagram account, and they can learn a little bit about me and get comfortable with who I am and what I stand for, and be more comfortable when they buy a snake from me. That's really the purpose of this. Like I said, I don't think that I'm going to light the world on fire, so to speak, when it comes to new morphs or anything like that. I just want to have fun and enjoy the hobby, and like I said, hopefully find a bunch of you out there just like me who have the time and energy to do this, but don't, like I said, really expect to become Justin Kobylka next month. First of all, like I said, let me introduce Angel. He is a male ball python. Of course, the first snake that I bought was a male, not knowing that if you're going to breed, you should probably buy mostly females, because it takes them longer to mature and be ready to lay eggs. And once you've gotten them mature enough, then you can get males. They only take a year-ish to get ready before they can breed, and basically just Started with him. He's a banana pastel ball python. Just so you know, in these videos, I'm not going to try to be an expert in anything. I'm certainly not an expert. I've only learned about these snakes for about 3 years, which is a drop in the bucket compared to the greats in this business. I'm also not going to try to make it, informational videos, because I think it's a little over the top when people who've been breeding for just a couple years start putting out instructional videos on how to set up things or how to breed them, what to look for. I'm just going to talk about my experience and talk about the things that I have seen and can state as a fact because I know them, which isn't much. So these videos probably won't last, for very long, maybe 10 or 15 minutes at the most, I imagine. We'll see how long they go. But, and I'll also do some rants probably about just things that I've seen and things that I know and things that I want to talk about when it comes to ball pythons. We'll talk about my setup. We'll talk about my dungeon of a snake room here in my basement. We'll talk about my marketing, my Instagram, the YouTube channel that I'm trying to create, the stickers, all the stuff that everyone seems to be doing. I'm certainly not the first, but just kind of include you along in that journey, because I think there's a lot of people more like me than what seems to be everybody who thinks that they can, invest what seems to me to be a lot of money in this ball python business with new racks and tons of snakes and expensive morphs and with the expectation that they're going to get a return. And from what I've heard, it is possible to make money, and certainly people do. But the average person like me who has a full-time job and a full-time commitment on many things, isn't going to be that guy. So I think there's a lot of you out there who are in that situation, just love ball pythons, love the community because they're awesome. I'll talk about that as well. And just share my journey along the way. Part of the journey is seeing me have my first clutch and just the experience of that. And we'll talk, like I said, we'll talk about the equipment and everything else. Hopefully you'll want to join the journey. If you like this and what you've heard, please hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and that way you'll know when I make another video, so that you can follow me along and see how it goes and share your experiences with me. I'd love to hear about how it's going in your journey, if you're new to ball pythons especially, and we'll go from there. So that's it for today. Hope you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever you're watching this, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye. Take 2. I'm going to just give you a quick introduction to the channel and what I hope to get. I just blew the whole thing. Thanks. Thanks for tuning in. If you think you might like the content, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you will get a heads up. And I'm blowing it. So you'll get a heads up. I blew it again. If you think you might like the content, please hit the subscribe. If you think you might like the content, it's gonna be stupid. Alright, we're gonna start all over. Well,